Hello and welcome to Impact Africa, our Bold Moves online talk show where we get to have conversations with diverse people and organizations who are impacting lives positively. This is your girl, Kemi Akiode Adebayo, also known as Mama K. And in this month of July, the world in South Africa celebrates a legend, an icon, our Tata Nelson Mandela, for his birthday on the 18th of July. And in South Africa, we actually go the whole month to celebrate Tata Mandela. And, you know, this is about celebrating how he served humanity. So in this special edition, we will be having conversation and hearing the stories of 4 dynamic volunteers from an organization called Khathalelana. They're based in Delft, Cape Town, and they're doing work in Delft. So I've got, let me get the names. I've got Jason Johnson, and I've got Porchea Samuel, Noleen, and Jamie. So just listen to these conversations. So Jason, welcome to Impact Africa. It's Jason Johnson, correct?
Yes, that's good.
Okay, tell us about Jason. Who is Jason? Where were you born and, you know, what are you about?
Okay, I'm Jason Johnson. I was born in Delft, Roosendaal, Cape Town. I'm all about, what can I say now? I'm all about experiences and taking knowledge from everyone I know. Yeah, that's what I'm all about.
Wow, I love that, about experience, taking knowledge. And how old are you, Jason?
I'm
Do you care to share?
24 years old.
Okay, and you seem to be a very quiet person.
Yeah, I'm very quiet. Yes.
Okay, so how did you get involved in Khathalelana as a volunteer?
At first, there was a course with Auntie Marlene.
Auntie Marlene is the founder of Khathalelana?
The founder of Khathalelana.
Okay.
Yes. So I went to the course, so I figured, why not volunteer? So I got into volunteering and I now am an admin volunteer.
Okay, when did you start?
I started at April month.
April, wow, that's awesome. And what has your experience been so far as an admin?
Awesome experience.
So what do you do as an admin volunteer? What does your work involve?
My work basically involves documents.
Okay.
And meetings, such things like that.
Right. And that's important because you need to make sure documentations, are filed properly, run smoothly. Because a lot of people see volunteers out there, maybe at events, but what happens behind the scenes? So you're the guy.
That's the other story. Behind the scenes. Behind the scenes is madness is going on. Because there must be someone that takes control of the situation and just makes it run smoothly.
Okay, so what do you enjoy most about being a volunteer then?
The kids.
The kids.
Obviously, yes.
Okay, so you guys work with kids in the area.
I'm also in the after school program. So there's also my passion, kids. Ah,
you love kids.
Yeah.
So I know, earlier on you were talking about the fact that the kids actually are allowing you to be more patient.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a very quiet but very impatient person. So I learned this from helping the kids and helping them with the school.
Right,
so that requires many patience.
And that's interesting, because if you're quiet and you're an impatient person and the benefits you've getting already now is the fact they're helping you, to slow down to the extent of, where you said they actually gave you, one of them gave you a thank you card or something?
Yes, they actually
Tell us that story, how that happened.
Actually, that happened when I helped this girl. And this girl, when after school was finished, she came to me and she gave me this card saying, "Thank you, Mr. Jason, for the day."
Wow, that's so touching.
That for me is the highlight. Ever since April I came, just that moment was the highlight.
I can imagine because it probably made you felt, of value that this person, already, kind of just sees a different, just saying thank you.
Yeah, she sees me in a different light.
In a different light, yeah. So since April, what has been the challenges for you, as a volunteer, if any? Have you had faced any challenge or any problems or something you didn't like, doing?
Not actually.
No, actually. So that means you've enjoyed,
enjoyed my
all
experience
the
in
part.
my
Wow,
training.
Auntie Marlene must be doing a
Yeah.
lot of good things.
Yeah, she's
So
a very nice person.
awesome. So what are some of your personal vision for the future? What do you hope to achieve in the future for you as a
For me,
person?
I actually want to achieve to become a better person and to help more.
Right. And for Khathalelana, where would you want to see Khathalelana?
Khathalelana must be able to cover the whole Western Cape.
And you must be ready as well to
Yeah.
go with Khathalelana.
I'm
So
ready.
basically to grow and be able to cover the whole of Western Cape.
Yes.
And for Delft, as a community, what would you like to see more in Delft?
Honestly, it's just the unity.
Okay.
To get more unity out of
Right.
them.
Right.
Because if a community stands together, nothing can come that breaks them. You see?
Wow.
So that would be nice for me to see and to be part of it to make it happen.
Awesome. So in closing, because it's a short one where we're, having conversation with a few of you, what advice or tips would you like to give to any of our viewers who might be interested in volunteering or who might not even know what volunteering is about or anything else you want to say to young people, as a young person? So please share with us.
Volunteering is not like you volunteering your day or you just do it because now you're wondering and sitting at home and thinking what to do when you can come and volunteer and give your time and your experiences and your knowledge to someone who needs it. Yeah, that's about the advice I can give.
Wow. Well, there you hear it, guys. Just do it. And we have a surprise for Jason. So for your work as a volunteer and what you're doing, in the community as an admin volunteer, how you've contributed selflessly to the community to uplift the community of Delft. We just want to award you with a certificate of appreciation and all in the memory of what this month is about for Tata Mandela. So all the very best for the future.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Welcome back, and our next guest is a young lady, Noleen Talmarkes, who is here to have a conversation with me today. How are you, Noleen?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, all right. So tell us about yourself and where you were born or where you've lived, family, anything you want to share.
I'm 30 years old,
Okay.
and I was born in Mitchell's Plain, I think.
Right,
But
okay.
I've been living here for 29 years now.
Right, okay. So you were born in Mitchell's Plain, which is another suburb, and
Yes,
now you've been
close
living
to
in Delft
Delft,
for
yes,
29 years. Okay. And what's life in Delft for you?
At the moment, in Delft, it's very insecure, your safety, and the gangsterism, but if you're not involved in that, so you don't worry about it, but still you
there.
have to be
Yeah.
careful.
Yeah.
But otherwise, everything is fine.
Everything is fine. So tell me, about yourself. You have children yourself?
I have 3 children,
Okay.
2 boys.
Uh-huh.
The eldest one is 12.
Okay.
Damien is 8 years old, and then I have a small daughter, Daisy Lee, but she keep her the eldest. She's 4 years old.
She's 4. So 12, 9, and 4. How do you manage with them? And 2 boys and a girl.
The 2 boys are sent to the grandparents.
Okay, so the
family.
grandparents normally look after them. And the girl, she's with you.
Oh, the girl is over me.
Is she?
Go no,
Princess,
she
eh?
asked me now if she can come over, so
Ah, see. So tell me, how did you get involved in Khathalelana as a volunteer?
my late sister Chantal, she was a volunteer at
Okay.
Khathalelana, but
Okay.
she introduced me then. I wasn't so interested at then, but then after time she passed on, and then I became,
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I became more committed, and
Okay.
little did I know what she must what
Right.
she's missing out now. I didn't know.
Right.
How she loved this place and how I'm loving to start
And what have you been involved in as a volunteer?
at the after school program.
The after school program? Okay.
Wednesday
Uh-huh.
meeting and on DST.
Right.
program.
And what has your experience been as a volunteer?
You have to have teeth.
Uh-huh.
You have to have hair on your teeth. Sorry, I just pronounced it wrong. You have to have hair on your teeth.
Uh-huh.
But it's fun doing it.
Right.
I love doing it.
Okay. So what kind of benefits do you gain, from it?
Learning to love
Okay.
another
Right.
and those like opportunities come by.
Hmm.
Like this is my third training I'm on now since I'm here, I think.
Right.
So every opportunity I get, there is a lot of opportunities. Just I didn't know there was so a lot of opportunities, but I grabbed with both ends. It would come my way.
And what would you like to do for yourself as a for the future?
As I mentioned before, me and my sister had a cleaning. small
Okay.
business.
Okay. Yourself and your sister run a
Yeah, I
cleaning
do.
business.
Now
Okay.
I'm aiming to start my own one day.
Okay, well, we wish you all the very best, and
Thank
I'm
you
sure
very
your sister would have been so proud of you with the volunteering and some of
has
what
to
you're
be.
doing.
She has to be.
Did she have children as well?
Yes, she has
Okay.
3 children.
Oh, she had 3. Okay, so who looks after them?
I'm currently after the baby.
Okay.
The baby's with me.
Okay.
The second eldest is with my sister, but we're only one
Right.
house.
Right.
And then
Okay.
the eldest one keep him the eldest of all of us. So he's his own person actually. Don't want to
Right.
be told, but
Right.
if it's in the house, it's our rules.
Okay. So that means already you're through what you're doing with your family, with young people and children, passing that on in the after school club and what you do with the children with Khathalelana. So what are some of the challenges for you that you've experienced as a volunteer, if any?
Some of the challenges is just children that like to fight,
Okay.
but we sort them out quick. It's all you do what we say, or because we can't get people giving Khathalelana a bad name, so they must keep their manager.
So you
down.
handle
That's the
them,
only-
yeah.
That's the only one.
And I guess they're probably frustrated as well with some of, what they get from home and having to come in for some of the program they're doing. But yeah, that might be challenging,
It is
handling, different kind of children who you don't
With
know what their story
personalities.
is, at home. So what kind of future would you like to see for Khathalelana?
How can I say? Just to be doing what they're doing now.
Okay. And for Delft, because you mentioned earlier, about the security issue, gangsterism. What kind of, future, or how can we address some of the problem in the area?
By showing them how it is to just to care for one another and not
Which is the slogan for Khathalelana,
Yeah,
which means to care for one another.
Yeah, don't
So
go
that means,
killing each other.
yeah, so that needs to be more practiced in the community. Wow.
I think they have to get more social gathering, like in their communities, to see what it is to care for another.
Unfortunately, COVID, and the lockdown and so on does not allow us to do that. But obviously, we will pass that stage, and we could see more of gathering and people coming together and so on. So, but for yourself, what future would you like? I know you spoke about the cleaning business, and so on. What else would you like for yourself?
I would like to get my own place one day.
Okay.
Move out to my mother's place.
Right. Right.
At the meantime, I can't move out now because of the situation, our
Yes.
circumstances at home. So,
Okay.
and
So
my
that's
children
your dream.
graduating and everything, because I never finished school.
When did you finish?
I finished grade 10.
Grade 10. And would you love to go back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
With God's will, next year I'm going to go to my...
Oh, all right. So you're planning to. Awesome. Wishing you all the very best, because education is important.
It's very, very important.
And especially for the children, your sister's children. So they see, a role model.
Without the education,
Yeah.
there is nothing.
Yeah. Okay. So in closing, what would you like to share with our young people or people in Delft or anyone that might want to volunteer? Whatever you want to share, please just go ahead.
If they ever had a doubt in volunteering, don't ever doubt yourself. Do what your heart says, or anything that you want to do, you can do it. Never doubt yourself. That's all.
Short and sweet. Wow.
It wasn't
Well,
exactly like last time, but
well, Noleen, we want to give you this certificate just to show appreciation in the month of July, which is about celebrating what Nelson Mandela stood for in terms of serving humanity, which is what you're doing as well in your own way in Delft community. So this is for you, for your, some of what you've been doing, dancing after school program and Diaz the Kitchen. So well done.
thank you very
All
much.
the very, very best for the future.
Thank you very much.
God bless
Thanks to
you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to the segment where we're still talking with volunteers. And our next volunteer is Zeldine Nel. Although, unfortunately, due to just not feeling well, she couldn't make it, today. So, but we still want to share some of the conversations, we had, with her. And, at the end, we will share passion, as well of singing and some of her pictures as well. So Zeldine, we're wishing you all the very best. Well done with all you're doing in the community of Delft. So Zeldine Nel was born in Delft and she's 23 years old. And she has a family in Delft. She lives with her family. And she got introduced into volunteering by a friend, at Khathalelana. And ever since then, she's been enjoying that experience. She works, on different projects from dance to helping out the after school projects, and so on. And some of the challenges, or one of the challenges she felt that she faced as a volunteer with the young people she works with, is that some of them, our young people, children are actually rude. And but she finds a way as well to handle them and to train them and teach them. So that was a challenge she felt, that for her as a volunteer with the children. Then what she enjoys most about being a volunteer is the fact that, she can help people. And she believes it's nice, to help people. She actually has been able as well, some of how she's benefited from volunteering has been whereby she's been able to learn, from various training, and workshops that, she's attended, which were either being sent by Khathalelana and working with Khathalelana's partners. So she feels she's learned a lot, than what she feels she's given back. And she's so blessed, she said, from doing that. For her, as a future for Khathalelana, she's hoping, the organization, will grow in strength more and more, and will be able to get funding to be able to deliver, some of the projects, that they do work on. And she would want to see Delft change positively, the area Delft, whereby there are more professionals, who are coming from Delft, be it a businesswoman, a lawyer, a doctor, and who can be role models, to the young people in Delft. And concerning her own self, as a young person, she's hoping, to develop herself more. She's passionate in singing, and you'll hear her sing, later on. And she's hoping, to continue to further her career, and she's trusting God, to keep guiding her wherever, faith takes her to. And in closing, what she gave as advice was that young people should try to be humble. And our advice as well generally was to help a child. She felt helping a child means a lot to her. So she was asking our viewers that please continue to help a child. So thank you again, Zeldine, and we wish you very well. And we know in no time you will be back on your feet, ill and healthy. And we will share your certificate as well. That we have kind of awarded you as well to celebrate Tata Nelson Mandela for your work in the community. So, till next time, Just watch dear Zeldine singing her heart out. Watch out for the next segment and the next volunteer.
Hello, my name is Zeldine Nel. I'm 23 years old. I stay in Delft, and the song I'm gonna dedicate to you is Hold On. Hold on, hold on to the beauty inside of me. You got to hold on, hold on. Never let love fade away. Hold on to the beauty inside of you. Let the love of Jesus shine bright to you, so the world may see what change that has been since He came into your heart. Hold on to the beauty inside of you. Let the love of Jesus shine bright to you, so the world may see what change that has been since He came into your heart. Hold on to the beauty inside of you. Let the love of Jesus shine bright to you, so the world may see what change that has been since He came into your heart. And since He came into your heart.
Welcome back, and we've now got our final awesome volunteer for Khathalelana for this conversation, and her name is Porchea Samuel. So she's a wonderful person. Hello, Porchea. Welcome to
Amy.
Impact Africa. How are you today?
I'm very, very good. Thank
Awesome,
you.
and I love your hair. It's
Oh,
so
thank you.
pretty. And the makeup as well.
Thank you.
Tell us about Porchea. Who is Porchea? What do you do? And whatever you want to share with us.
Okay, I work in a school in the same community of Khathalelana.
Right. So you're a teacher or
I'm
not?
grade
You're a
R
teacher?
teacher,
Grade out
yes,
teacher?
yes.
Uh-huh.
I have a passion for working with children
Right.
and also with the broader community.
Okay.
That's basically me in a nutshell.
That's you. But that's not. Let me know about you personally. So have you got children? Are you
Yes,
married?
I
Or,
have.
whatever.
I'm currently single
Okay.
by choice.
By choice. No, please.
And
It's
I
the
have
way
one.
the 20th century. Yeah.
I have one adult son,
All right. How old?
and he's 30.
Ah, not yet married yet.
Not yet
He's
married.
taking his time. Are you
Yes.
keen on grandchildren yet?
Yes, but he's not. So I think he's a
you
mommy's.
can't hustle
No,
him.
he's a mommy's boy. Everything in its time. Yes.
Okay, so you're a single mother, a teacher, passion
Yes.
for children, and you work in Delft, but you don't live in Delft.
No,
you
I
know,
live
so-
in the Khathalelana.
Okay, you live in another area. So how did you get involved with Khathalelana? And how long for have you been involved?
Okay.
And what do you do
Okay.
as a volunteer?
I can proudly say I've been involved with Khathalelana since the inception because Marlene's grandson was in my class.
Ah, okay.
And she approached me saying that she's got a donation she would like to give to the school
Right.
children. And then a few weeks after that, she had a chat with me that she wants to do more, and this time within the community. And that's how it all started.
Wow,
Yes.
that's interesting. So a grandson, and through that you're now involved more than teaching.
Yes.
In the area, because like you said, you have a passion for children. So what do you do within Khathalelana, organization? What do you
Within-
personally do?
Okay. I am a board member of Khathalelana, so I'm
Okay.
the treasurer on the board.
Right.
And way before that, I have been involved in the after-school program.
Okay.
And most of my time was spent on a consultory basis
Right.
because I couldn't be at all times because I'm at school. But then we started the dance project, which I ran. And I have now handed over the baton to somebody, shall I say, younger than me.
But that's what this is about, you know, and I like the fact that, you know, within a very few years, I'm sure, you managed to train her and maybe the person shouted and you've handed that. And that's what maybe we're not doing more of, where we're handing over to the young people as they come. So you were involved in dance as a board member now, treasurer.
Holiday club.
That's a lot you're doing. So what are some of the benefits, you know, for you as a volunteer? What do you think?
I think for me as a volunteer, the greatest benefit is that you could actually give back to the community, Ubuntu, because that is what I feel, how you are rewarded, even though it's not in a monetary value. You are so very much rewarded by being involved and giving back to the community.
Yeah. Wow. So how has that experience been, you know, for you? And what are some of the challenges, if any, that you think, you know, as a volunteer you've experienced?
Okay. The challenges, I would think, would be when we worried that we would run out when we do feeding sometimes. But there's always a solution. There would always be something we could quickly put together to add to the extra few that's still in the line that hasn't received
because that must
a full
be tough,
package.
you know, when you're in a queue
it's
and
very
then
challenging.
when you're getting there, the child is like, no, the food is run out. So that must be really tough.
Unfortunately, and thank you to all the donors and the sponsors out there. We always have something that we could give to
And
someone.
how does that work out for you emotionally, though, when, you know, sometimes you look at those young children and you're probably helpless sometimes to help them more than what you would, you know, able to do. How does that, how does it feel for you?
It's very heartbreaking. It's not easy. And today, because of the environment I'm in, I have a little bit more insight about the needs of the children and the adults in the community. So it is very heartbreaking. But as I say, we try our best to make a little plan
to
quickly.
make it happen. So what kind of future would you like to see for Khathalelana and for Delft as a community and for young people? And what are your own goals for the future?
Wow.
Sorry, I know it's a big one that I've asked you, but I just thought, let me get it out there.
Okay, for Khathalelana, I would like to grow from strength to strength. In fact, since we have started, we have grown so much. And it is fantastic to see. I had somebody drop me this afternoon while feeding was going on, and that person was mesmerized. They couldn't believe that a tiny little organization like Khathalelana could feed people standing, queuing down the road both ways. So that was, and I would like for Khathalelana to grow from strength to strength and become internationally.
Why not?
That is what I love about Khathalelana and the passion that the people have that is part of Khathalelana. For Delft, I would like it to not be one of those places where people say, oh, it's a vicious circle. Nothing can happen because what happened to the adults will happen to the children. I want that concept to change. I want children to be empowered and become such strong adults that they can rise above their circumstances and therefore then build up the community where they are in.
Wow. And for women?
For women, my word, I will start with Khathalelana because we have some empowering workshops that we do and projects that, for example, the beading, self-defense, etc. So for women, I would just like them to be able to empower themselves in such a way that they are independent women. Independent in a way that they can fend for themselves and their families, and also that they can look after themselves.
Wow. And you personally, what are your personal, you know, you as an individual, what would you love, you know?
My personal goal, I said if I could win the lotto, I would buy an island and I would be the queen and the prime minister and the president, and all the rules will be mine.
Okay.
Because I would like a safe haven for children where they can just have fun, not worried about stranger danger, not worried about all the threats out there, but also to teach them that they should be able to look after themselves and stand up for themselves.
Wow. Wow. You never know. Dreams can happen.
Yes.
So in closing, do you have any tips you want to share with us for viewers, whether be it women, young people, or anyone? So please do share. Thank you.
I would just like to say to everybody out there, try one day at being a volunteer. I'm sure you would want to do it over and over again because it is so rewarding. It is the best thing ever to be able to give back, even not monetary, but of your time, so that somebody out there can appreciate you. And I also want to say to all the volunteers out there, I salute you. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. You're a final guest as a volunteer for this program. And it has been an honor to hear all of you. But before I, round up, we just want to, like we've done for everybody, give you a certificate of appreciation to celebrate Tata Nelson Mandela, as it is Mandela Month, for his birthday and what he stood for in terms of serving, humanity, which is what you're doing, at this time. So well done, and kudos to you and the team at Khathalelana, wishing you all the very, very best.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, guys, it has been a very great honor of mine to hear the stories of these four wonderful people. Pity we couldn't have Zeldine join because she wasn't feeling too well, but I hope you enjoyed our session as well. Thank you to Jason, thank you to Noleen, Zeldine and Porchea for their time, and thank you to Marlene Jamieson, who is the founder of Khathalelana. We wish her and her team all the very best. The name of the organization is Khathalelana, and it means care for one another in Xhosa language. So please, if you haven't volunteered for anything in your life, this is a call to action for you to please put a foot out. Find an organization. There are plenty who could benefit from you, be it in Delft, be it in Guguletu, be it at Michelle's Plain, Carlita. I could name. Oh, and by the way, these are all in Western Cape. But if you're somewhere else outside the Cape Town area, find an organization as well. Don't let it be just faith organization whereby, you go, I volunteer in church, I volunteer in the mosque or whatever it is. No. Yes, keep doing that, but you could give off your time. Your time is important. And you can hear or you've heard some of the benefit, for our people, your volunteers who are doing amazing work. You heard them all. Just do it. Never doubt yourself. And you heard my sister Porchea say, try your hand in volunteering. It's the best thing ever to give back. Volunteering is indeed so rewarding. Not financially, but in ways that you won't not understand. So thank you for your time. Till next time, this is Mama K. Remember, God is love. Stay blessed. Love you all.